Let's move on. A man received backlash after posting a list of bills that he expects his woman to pay. Some of the bills he listed include his $1,700 mortgage, $69 for each of his PS5 games, $100 for clothes, and $300 for vacations. He wrote, and if you're in a relationship with me, you paying all of it, period. My bills and I are a package deal. Bleep out of here. Pay me or leave me the bleep alone. 2024. I'm telling you, y'all can take these periods too while you're at it. Have you ever paid a significant other's bills, or what do you have to say about this conversation? Let's go to you first, Al.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'm a man with means. I work very hard. I have no problem paying for people's bills that are being reciprocal, right? As it relates to I'm getting something out of it that I need. 110% at the age that I am. And I've been doing this for a while. I have no problem with doing that. Now, this new batch of men, like this young man right here, they just are different, Claudia. They're not like, you take them to dinner, you take them to get their oil change, you get your girl some new tires. That's what I'm talking about. It's not like that these days. Well, okay, I'm going to say it. I don't care. Is it me, or does this man not look good enough to be asking for all his bills to be paid? Unless he got something that I can't see from these pictures, if production can put that picture back up, whether he's got a magic something or something else going on, like he can fly or he can see at night or something like that, I don't see anything about this young man that would make me want to pay his bills. Now, I will say this, though. One of the classes that I've took in my MBA program was that you have to know the value of your time and your willingness to pay. And it was something that I had to learn really, really quickly. Like, you need to know what you are worth at all times. So if someone spends an hour with you, you need to know what that hour costs you. So that part I could admire him for, because he has clearly laid out all his bills. He knows how much it takes for him to exist and what he, quote, has labeled as his worth. Well, so we can't beat him up on that, because I know that my hourly consulting rate is $8.50. My entertainment rate is higher. I wish I could get it high like you and Armand, but not there yet. And I'm going to tell you, that hourly rate will not change. So the good part here is that he does have a value placed on what he's worth. That I like.
Come on.
So listen, I stand with the man. I agree, but I understand what he was saying. Because at the end of that whole thing, he posted, sounds crazy, huh? So I think it was more of a joke to play on, the responsibility that women place on men in order to be in a relationship with him. That was the whole meaning of it all. Like, this is like the laundry list of things women demand from you in order for you to be deemed a dateable guy, and let's be real. Women do put those type of pressures on men. And this is a lot of the reason why I'm thankful that, listen, I don't really date women, because that's not for me. I'm a 50-50 kind of person. I'm not about to pay all your bills. I'm not about to pay every bill for you. Like, it's given 50-50. You might take dinner. I might take brunch or lunch. You might pay the light bill. I'll pay the rent, but you going to pay something. And, if you're going to drive your car, you're going to put gas in your car, put gas in my car. You're going to pay your insurance. I'm paying my insurance. Like, I'm not about to be taking care of all of my stuff, all of your stuff. It just ain't gonna work. And for me, I just feel like, dating a woman is really, really hard. And so I applaud any man that does it, because the responsibility on a man it's too much for me, honestly. And you get little back from it.
So let me ask you something. You don't have anywhere, and don't take this insulting. I'm not putting you down. You don't have anywhere in your DNA, even for your mother, where you feel like as a man, you have a responsibility to do certain things for women. And I'm not just talking about financially, I'm just talking about in general. Like, do you feel like if you're hanging out with a group of ladies and they have a whole bunch of bags, would you ever feel the desire to take their bags from them to help them out?
Oh, yeah. Like, so my girlfriends, my sisters, I'll take my sisters to brunch. I buy them nice bags. My mom, I do those things because I want them to know, like, this is how a man should treat you, especially when it comes to, like, my little sisters and things like that. Like, I even bought my sisters nice purses because I want them to know, listen, you have a brother that can do these things for you. So you don't need to accept any kind of man that just cannot show you finer things in life. Even to my partner, though, like, I show him I'm the breadwinner in that situation. So I show him things, but at the end of the day, we're both men. You're gonna still have to do something for yourself at the end of the day. But as far as going back to your point, absolutely. I'm gonna, show my mom and my girlfriend.
If you were with the woman, and if you were with the woman and not a man, you would find yourself taking these roles. You would find making sure that her nails are taken.
Yeah, but she gonna pay for something.
Well, that's why you're with a man, and now there's certain roles, and that's why probably the thought of dating a woman probably
woman
turns
is not gonna turn you on. Yeah,
because the thing that goes along with that, and I gotta say this, Black women that are watching this. This conversation doesn't really happen outside of black men and Black women. Unfortunately, I feel like we going out bad in this conversation on both ends. I really do. I'm not one of those girls that's like, you got to do this, you got to do that for me, because I am a woman of means myself. I'm very successful, but I could if I wanted to, but I'm not. It was never a turn on to me. But I do admire cultures where the man takes great pride in taking care of the woman's needs. I think it's very sexy. And it also allows for a woman to be in her feminine space. Armand, you date men. So you don't care about a woman being in her feminine space. That means nothing to you. But for men that do like that, that's how you get a woman to not be so aggressive. That's how you get a woman to not be so masculine, because when you feel taken care of, like what your daddy was supposed to do, you can relax a little bit. You don't have to be so snappy and so aggressive because you have other things to worry about. You can be more of a nurturer. I do think he was poking fun. And I'm not mad at the girls he's poking fun at, because I do think relationships have become very transactional, much like prostitution. And I think it's very unrealistic. I would never fix my mouth to say, you got to pay for this hair. I think it's more sexy when someone does it because they want to do it. And I think there are a lot of men. I know you say, you don't date women, Armand, and it'd be tough if you did. But fellas out here thinking that they the bad bee too nowadays too. It ain't just, and Al makes a comment about this often, about this new batch of men. Y'all the baddies now. I mean, y'all be overly accessorized, looking at with his little small feet and small hands. There's nothing. You're not getting your bills paid with that. I'm sorry, sir. But no, people.
So I was right. See, I was right.
No, yeah, I feel you on that, Al. He is very
But I think with this dating culture, this sexy red city girl culture, like to your point, though, I think it is a lot of these girls that are strictly looking for men for the transaction for Instagram. And it's like, at this point, you're going to have to give me some substance. Like, I'm not marrying you. So, I'm not about to pay for your whole life just to bang you for a weekend.
Well, you're not going to do well. You're not going to do well out here in the streets now, Armand.
I'm not. Thank God I'm not in the streets.
That's just the currency. I know. I'm just saying that's the currency nowadays. Like, women feel like in order for you to even get an opportunity to be with them in any type of intimate space, there are different entry points and things that you have to go through in order to get there. We just talked about it where you agreed that if the guy wanted to date a young lady, wanted to take her out to lunch, he should send her $100. That is an entry point. That's
what a guy or a girl, I would do that regardless.
I'm going to say this real quick. I know we have to go because we did spend a lot of time on this, but I do when we talk about stuff like this. It's about more real life stuff.